Hey there, real quick, before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Kloppel Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Hello and welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin and this is Electric Elisha, and he's going to be learning this song right along with you for the very first time. I don't even think you've seen the play before, much less heard the song. Yeah, so he's going to be learning it for the first time with you. And of course over here we have our moderator and cameraman and everything today, Jazzy James.
So I just closed the show, which means like end performing it.
Oh, right, yes.
Peter Pan Jr., I'm wearing this shirt.
Oh, cool. What were you?
Peter Pan.
You were Peter Pan in Peter Pan?
Yeah.
We're among famous people. That's pretty awesome. Cool. So does that mean that you got to fly around and stuff?
No.
Oh.
They had like a green screen and they made like a video of flying.
Oh, okay, cool. But you were in the video.
Yeah.
That was you flying around. Oh, cool. Nice. Then you got to pretend fly. How fun. Cool. Well, let's play this song. This one also has flying in it. It is Swan Lake, the theme from Swan Lake. So here are the notes for it. Along with the track at full speed, it would be something like this. 1, 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. So it sounds kind of long and kind of classical-ish if you don't have that country background playing with you. But the notes are right here. If you want to take a look at this, the first thing we need to do is find an E. This is going to be pretty repetitive, so there's a lot of good news in here. But finding that E is going to be step number 1. So, Elisha, you're going to find a group of 2 black notes, like those or those. You get to pick any group of 2 black notes you want. Go ahead. Sure, those are great. You're gonna take the one that's on the right, on that direction, and you're gonna drag it up 1 note, and you're gonna land on an E every single time. Yes, E. And it's gonna be we're gonna play 2 of those. The first one is super long. So we're gonna play that one, and then we're gonna play that one again, and then we're gonna jump down 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. This one's called an A. So those are our first 3 notes, is a really long E, and then kind of a short-ish E, and then down to an A. And we're gonna play straight from the A up to the E. A, B, C, D, E, just like that. Yes, and that is all of this right here. So we've got the E and the E, down to A, and walk it up to the E right there. So let's try just that much with the track. Get ready on those E's, and you at home, of course, pausing and practicing wherever you need to. Play your own version along with us. Getting the first one is an E. Here we go. Really long E. And then E, and then down to A. A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, cool, nice. We just have 2 things left to do. Right here at the end of this, we've got E, C, E, C, E. So if that's an E, yeah, then 2 notes down is gonna be a C, and back to E, and back, and back. Yes, and then this next one is the trickiest part of the whole song right here. We've got an A, C, A, F. So all 3 of those notes right there. So that was the E that we started on. If you skip down, you land on a C. If you skip down, you land on an A. And if you skip down, you land on an F. Those are the ones that you need. Yes, and again, the notes that we need are A, C, A, F, up to C, skip over the A, and then land on the A. And then basically you're just gonna do all of that again. This all just repeats the first half up there. So if you can get that much down, you pretty much have the whole song. Let's try that once through with the track. Here we go. 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, starting on the E, and E. 2, 3, 4, and again, E, down to the A, walk it straight up to the E, and C, E, C, E, C, E. Now the part you want to do, A, C, A, F, C, A. Yeah, cool, we'll try all of that again. Nice job. And then, of course, that all repeats later on. But this thing right here, E, C, E, C, E. I think you were wanting to skip straight down to this guy right here, this bottom part. Yeah, so we just gotta make sure we do that top part. Cool? All right, let's go again. 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, and go again. E, and then walk it up from the A. And then we have C, E, C, E, and then again, C, E, and then the part. A, C, A, F, C, A, Cool. And then we'll go back up to the E. E. Walk it up from the A. A, B, C, D, E. Here's the C, E. C, E. C, E. And then the A, C, A, F, C, A. It's confusing. I know. There's a lot of parts. So it sounds like you have all of the parts down. It's just a matter of like trying to remember where the different sections are. So after you walk up, we've got to go back to the C twice. And then we do the part that starts on the A, C, F. A, C, A, F, C, A. All right, cool. So then let's try that one more time. And then, of course, at home, make sure you're just pausing the video wherever you need to and practicing those sections because there's kind of 3 sections of the song. And then just play all the notes that you can and don't worry about the rest. If you miss some, that's okay. Here we go. And E. And then E. Walk it up from the A. A, B, C, D. And here's the C, E part. C, E, and again, C. Now the crazy part, A, C, A, F, C, A. And then skip up to the E, and E. Walk it up from the A. A, B, C, D, E, C, E, C, E. One more time, C, E, C, E, and then A, C, A, F, C, A. Yeah, nice job. Cool. And I like what you did there too. And everyone at home, make sure you're doing the same thing where like if you miss a note or whatever, just skip ahead and especially... Okay, yeah. So if you miss a note, that's okay. Just skip ahead and if nothing else, at least get that last note in there. So know what the last note is. So even if you mess up the rest of the song, you can hear the end coming and get that last one. But it sounds like that was our last time through. So that means it's time for Kendra to tell us about our weekly activity.
This week is the Flutes and Ladders, and it's a game just like Chutes and Ladders, but of course with Kloppel and his dad. When you play, just tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin Kloppel.
Yeah, Flutes and Ladders. It's a lot like Chutes and Ladders. It's a lot of fun, actually. That one's a pretty easy one. I think everyone can play that one. And that means it's time for mailbag already.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And today is from Call, who says, Dear Jamin, how many kids do you have and do they play piano? So I've got 6 kids and their ages, what is it now, 3 to 10. And they like to play, most of them like play something on the piano, but there's a couple of them that also like play ukulele or guitar or something, but they haven't really, none of them have started Kloppel Academy yet. So they like to play a bunch of songs and stuff, but they haven't really gotten into some of the, I don't know, what some people would call secret information.
Secret information.
And this is all top secret information that most people don't know. But for people who are studying piano really hard, there's a little bit of secret information about today's song in this folder. And today we're the secret information that most people don't have that you would learn here if you're either in Kloppel Academy or if you are just paying attention to these things is really important to pay attention to where beat 3 is in the song. So most people already know, like they take a look at a song and they take a look at like what is the first note of the song. So when they see this, they're like, oh, okay, so I need to know an E. But then people who are even more advanced than that go, okay, well, I need to know an E, but also I need to pay attention to the first beat of each of these measures. So I need to see this E here that starts at the beginning of this measure, and then the E that starts at the beginning of this measure. But the really advanced players not only pay attention to beat 1, but they also pay attention to beat 3. So that means that something like this E right here, that's really important because that happens on beat 3. In fact, that E is more important than that C right there. So when you're going to play this thing, you want to play that E right there, and then look ahead. And even though the next note is C, don't worry about the C. Pay attention to that next E, because beat 3 is the second most important beat in the whole measure. So if you can play an E, and then you can see that the other E's coming up on beat 3, then you don't even have to worry about counting out where that C is. So many people in Clavicle Academy are worried about like, oh, but that C is supposed to come like the and of 2. And they're like working really hard to find out where the and of 2 is. But people who are really advanced just play the E on beat 1, and then they play the E on beat 3. And before they play the E on beat 3, they just throw in a C, and they still land the E on beat 3, and the C lands in the exact right place every single time. So pay attention to the first note of the song, the first note of the measure, and then beat 3 of the measure. Don't worry about the second note of the measure. But again, that's a secret that only the pros know. Here's our second thing in our secret information. Oh, this song. Yeah, okay. So this song, it technically isn't in the key that it says it's in. If you take a look over here, it says it's in the key of C because there's no sharps or flats over here. So everyone looks at that and they're like, oh, no sharps or flats. That means we're in the key of C. But we're not actually in the key of C. We're in the key of A minor. And A minor sounds like this. The key of C sounds like this. So that'd be the key of C, which has no black notes. It's all white notes. This would be the key of A minor, which also has no black notes, but technically they're kind of different because at the end of this song, you're going to want to play an A minor chord, and A is going to feel like home bass. So that's kind of how you tell the difference. If there's no sharps or flats at the beginning, it might be the key of C, but it also might be the key of A minor. This one is definitely in the key of A minor. Well, it's time to figure out who won this week's raffle. Hopefully it's you. Congratulations, Music. Dan, let us know what prize it is that you want. Let's level up. Let's level up. Free bite of 2. Let's level up.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.